After Davante Adams hauled in 10 catches for 173 yards and a touchdown last night, the receiver was feeling pretty good about himself and confidently declared that he is, quote, the best receiver in the game. Davante does lead the league in yards per game as well as receiving touchdowns. So, Shannon, has he become the best wide receiver in football?
He's getting up there, Skip. I got him at third on my list. For my money, I'm taking Julio. I know Julio's been banged up this year, and he's missed some time, Skip, and he's been in and out of the lineup. But he's still third in NFL in receiving yards. And I love his physicality. For a guy his size, he runs good routes. Now, he's not as crisp a route runner as Davante, but he can run routes. I got D-Hop second, based on what he was able to do for the time in Houston and what he's been able to build with Kyler. Because think about it, Skip, they had really no OTAs, new to a team, and he's leading going in. Well, he plays now. Right now, Davante is leading the league in receiving yards, but D-Hop was, so he'll probably catch back up with him and pass him. But for me, it's Julio, D-Hop, and Adams. Now, Adams can score like nobody. We haven't seen anybody be able to score the football like Adams, maybe since probably Randy Moss. He's getting in that Randy Moss and Jerry type area to be able to put the ball in the end zone with the frequency in which he does, Skip. The main reason that I put Julio 1 was his physicality. I thought there were some times last night Davante should have ended up really having like 3 touchdowns because they threw him some quick screen, Skip, and I thought he should have covered up and plowed his way into the end zone instead of getting out of bounds. But he's legit. He's the real deal. He's about to get some big time money, Skip. They're about to pay him a king's ransom, and deservedly so. But I got him 3 right now. That's not to say at the end of the year he can't move up to 1 or 2. But right now I'm taking Julio, D-Hop, Davante.
I am not going to argue against Julio. I'm definitely not going to argue against D-Hop. But I'm just going to tell you what my eyes tell me right here, right now. That man I saw last night wearing number 17 is playing at the highest level with the highest degree of difficulty because Aaron really doesn't want to throw it to anybody but that guy. Maybe Tanyan occasionally. Right. As you said, Valdez-Scantling finally got out of the doghouse and made a couple of plays last night. He wants to find 17 come hell or high water, and there's a lot of hell to pay because everybody doubles him. It feels like they triple him. He runs such severe routes where he just plants and bursts out of his routes. He just gets open like crazy. And Aaron trusts him so much, he will throw him any kind of ball under any circumstance. They went to him last night on 4th and short. He runs a speed out, and he's covered. He's got a guy hanging all over him.
The guy got his glove.
I know. And Aaron just says, no, I'm going to force it because I know he's going to catch it. And he did. And he's listed at 6'1", 215. I swear he's playing bigger than that.
He does. He looks a lot taller than that. I thought he was like 6'2", 6'3".
I don't know. So he's hitting right into he's 27 in his 7th year. Isn't that just gold?
Yeah.
Like you're hitting into your prime. Man, and Aaron just raves about how he has enough speed that you can't play him under. He will run by you.
He's a lot faster than you think he is. And I think that, and all these guys, now Julio can just flat out run, but D-Hop is faster than you think. Now, he doesn't have the speed that Julio has, but he can get deep on you. And everybody can set you up. But when you just look, Skip, I don't know if people know this, Julio is scheduled to pass Jerry Rice for the most receiving yards in the first 10 years of his career. He has the highest receiving yards per game in NFL history. I don't think because, he's in Atlanta and they lose so much, they don't realize.
No, I got it. But Davante, now he's the first player ever to record 3 games of at least 10 catches, 150 yards in the team's first 8 games. No one's ever done that before. And he missed 2 games.
People think it's easier, it's harder. People think it's harder to catch the ball if you're the only guy on the team, but it's easier because they're going to feed you the ball. That's why Mike Thomas, year after year, Skip, he was 131. And the thing is that they do with Davante and what they started doing with Julio and what they do with D-Hop is that they move him. If you look at Marvin Harrison, Skip, his whole career, he lined up in one spot on the right side.
He did.
Reggie Wayne was on the left side, and they played football. They didn't really do motion with Marvin. These guys now, to keep you from doubling him, Skip, I'm going to line you up in the slot, left, right. I'm going to motion you. And think about it. They put him in the backfield sometime and do just so many different things. Guys have gotten really creative to get these guys the football. But, Skip, he's special.
So Julio occasionally to me looks a little stiff. I know he can just fly, but just a little stiff. Great hands, though. But Davante is so athletic. He's just so...
He's fluid, Skip.
So fluid,
Skip,
yeah.
you got to realize Julio's like 230, 235.
I got it.
I like the confidence from Davante, too. He was like,
But don't sleep on DK Metcalf either, Skip, now.
No,
I'm
he's
just
coming.
being confident. But what about this one receiver? He's looking to return to that elite level, and his name, Antonio Brown. The guys will give you their predictions on AB's Bucs debut this weekend. Next.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy.
Welcome back. The Herd is coming up next right here on FS1. So let's head over, check in with Colin today. Hey, Colin, what's on the show?
Cannot wait for a real test for Tua in Arizona. And the smallest dogs always bark the loudest. That's the Packers. We'll talk about that coming up.
All right, Colin, thank you. Antonio Brown will make his NFL return and his debut as a Buccaneer against the Saints on Sunday night. Reports are that AB is already in game shape, and Brady has not held back his excitement to start throwing the ball his way. So, Shannon, how many targets, catches, and yards will Antonio Brown have Sunday?
Well, Skip, I anticipate them getting him involved. Hell, if I buy a new outfit, I'm going out that night. I buy it Saturday. I'm going out Saturday night to put it on. Well, you got AB. You activated him for a reason, Skip. So I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say 6 to 7 targets, 5 catches, 62 yards.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that would be a little better than what he did in his debut for New England last year when he got 8 targets, 4 catches, 56 yards, but did catch a 20-yard touchdown pass.
So you see the targets go come.
Okay, but I can't go 8. What did you say on targets?
I think 6 to 7 targets.
6 to 7?
How many you got?
I got 6.
Okay.
But I also got 4 catches, similar to what happened at Miami last year, for 50 yards.
Okay.
But I do think Tom will figure a way to get him in the end zone because he does love him on those kind of routes.
A lot's going to depend on, Skip, where they play a majority at. Because the weakness of, I believe, the Saints is the slot. Because Jack Rabbit and Lattimore are on the edges outside. Now, I don't believe Lattimore is playing to what he played early in his career, but I believe the slot defender is the weak link. So I would like to get AB locked up on him.
He will be in the slot, and my man, little Scotty Miller, he'll be watching from the sideline.
Man, I can't believe you don't turn on Scotty Miller.
I can't help it. I got AB.
Just like that, all eyes will be on AB this weekend. I hope you guys have a great Friday, great weekend. We're back on Monday at the same time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. The Herd is on right now, and I'm off to USC tomorrow morning. Have a good one, guys.